Put people first. If you put the people before you, anything that you're trying to accomplish is gonna come to fruition, right? Being the youngest of 10 kids, everything was like, I won't say handed to me, but I was a little bit spoiled in a way to where it was like always about like me, right? But when I grew up, obviously became a man, it was like, you have to learn how to give now. You gotta learn how to put people before you because it's not about you anymore. Texas high school football is like huge. And I had all these schools I wanted to go to. So we ended up making to state. We played in the state game. Right after the state game, I got my first offer. It was SMU. So they came and gave me an offer. And that next morning, on Sunday, SMU head coach showed up to our house. And we did Sunday dinner every morning. And we get a knock on the door. My mom was like, "Who is that?" He's like, "My name is June Jones. I'm the SMU head coach." And I was like, "No way." So I was like, "Yeah, I want to sit down and talk to you." And we ended up giving an offer, and I literally committed right then and there. And we talked about, SMU, obviously the scholastics of everything, and the future, like after football, so he was game planning life after football for me and my family. He wasn't like, "Hey, when you come here, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be All-American." He's like, "Hey, when you come here, your education is gonna be huge." And education for my family was like really, really big because I'm the first college graduate. So no one graduated college, and I'm the youngest of 10 kids. So imagine raising 10 kids, and my mom and dad just like all they was thinking is like, "Hey, this coach just talked about school, so I think you should go here." Right after I committed, it went all over Twitter with X now, and University of Houston called me. It's like, "Hey, why would you commit? We told you we're gonna offer you." And I was like, "Nah." So, cool story. Once I signed, I had some guys on my team that were like signed to like bigger schools like Texas, and one guy was signed to Georgia. One guy was signed to LSU. When I signed, they all ended up signing to SMU, and nobody knew. So you know how they do the little thing, you put the cap on. Yeah, so that ESPN at their house, and it was like SMU. And I was like, "Oh crap." So that showed me that the leadership ability that I had from that moment is like, man, these guys are following me, that's huge. So like literally 6 people from my high school went to SMU. It was fun. Granted, no matter what career you have, raising 10 kids, you can't afford it. So, I mean, we wasn't in the best environment. And I think my parents, my dad, he did a really, really great job of separating me from the environment. She just kept me in sports. So I played every sport all year round, from basketball to football to soccer to baseball. I just was really, really good at football. So I was just faster than everybody. So that's why I took the football route. I think going to SMU definitely changed my outlook of like a different environment, of a different way of living life. So, like I said, I don't really like talking about myself, but my best friend was Deion Sanders Jr. when I went to school. He was my locker mate. Right? I remember the first conversation we had. He just looked at me. He was like, "Hey man, you want to go to a Lil Wayne concert?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." He was like, "Okay, well, there's gonna be a Sprinter van that's gonna come pick you up." And I was like, "Okay." Literally at that time, we got in the van, we drove to Lil Wayne, and we literally was in his RV before he did the concert, like hanging out. Just seeing that, a 18-year-old kid driving a Porsche to school, and going to a house where you have segways to go from one side of the house to the next side of the house. From where I grew up, it wasn't like that. So when I seen that, it was like, man, this is awesome. It got to a point where he was like, "Hey man, check the mailbox for me." And it would be this like big like Wells Fargo envelope. And he was like, "Hey, can you open it for me?" And I would open it. It's like 18 years old. Remember that. It used to be like a numbers, like 2,000,000,000,000. And that was his account. It was his trust fund. And he would always tell me to open it. And I never knew why. And looking back, I remember it's like, what he was trying to do is put my mind to like, hey, there's a different way of living life versus just struggling all the time. So, And I even tell them to this day, they're like, I appreciate that. And just coming from the environment that I came from and then going to SMU, it definitely shifted my mind to like, I'm more than just a dollar sign. Like, yeah, I need to put a price on myself, you know? And just hearing from different mentors is like, you have to make it happen for your family. So when I came into this industry, that's what my mindset. Like, it was just like, what is the ceiling here? It was like, there's no ceiling. So every single day when I hit the field, every single day, all the negatives, it was all turned into positives because that's how I was raised. Now my family, they think I'm the smartest person on the planet. All right. At first they didn't. When I came in, like my siblings literally wanted me to go coach football. I had all these football coaching offers. All right. And my siblings were like, hey, why you just want to go play football? Granted, I was selling DirecTV in a Sam's Club. They just knew I was away from home for a long period of time because I moved back home. And I would leave the house at 6:30. Took me 2 hours in Houston to get to my office, and I wouldn't get back home till 11:30. So their mom was just like, what are you doing? All right, and I remember getting my first paycheck, and it was like $133. My sister still have it. Like, she laminated it. And she's like, you doing all this for this? Like, you're gone this long for $133? You're crazy. So she used to send me all these like these job offers. It's like, hey, there's I talked to your football coach in high school. They're looking for a coach. You should go coach with them. And unfortunately, I was like, no, because they didn't know what I was pushing for at the time. So, and now it's like, how? So they think I'm like the smartest guy on the planet. I own my own business for 6 years. A lot of it is just giving back to my family. I give back to them a lot. I give back to charity as well. Western North Carolina just had a major hurricane, and we just donated money to that. And it's cool because that was one of the things that I wanted to do when I got into the position that I am right now as a kid. As I was telling you, I didn't grow up in the best situation. That was organization that were giving my family things. Christmas time, we went to convention centers to get bikes and things of that nature. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to give back. And then when I played football, there was times where my dad or my mom, they couldn't afford the equipment. There was parents that were paying. It's like, hey, we got Cedric. I was the best player on the team, right? So we can't let him go. So we're gonna pay for him, right? So I always tell myself, if I ever get in that position, that I will always give back. So I give back to charities, help my family out with anything that they need. My mom, she's definitely big in my life. The best advice is put people first. If you put the people before you, anything that you're trying to accomplish is gonna come to fruition, right? Not to be a selfish person. Being the youngest of 10 kids, everything was like, I won't say handed to me, but a lot of things was given to me to where I didn't have to ask. So I was a little bit spoiled in a way to where it was like always about like me, right? But when I distanced myself from that, when I grew up, obviously became a man, it was like, you have to learn how to give now. You gotta learn how to put people before you, because it's not about you anymore. It's about others. So if you focus on other people, right, then everything that you're trying to accomplish will sprout. So that's the best advice that I got for them. So I'm most grateful for my dad. My dad, the reason why my family has so many kids, because my dad was in the Air Force, and when he got out, he remarried, married to my mom, and they had kids. It's gonna sound weird, but he wanted a son, and he had kids, and he was telling my mom, like, we're gonna keep trying until we get a son. So I have 6 sisters, a lot of girls, and it's me. I'm the baby, so I'm the so they spend a lot of time with me, like my best friend, And he was big in education, And I think he kind of knew. He was like, just hanging around well-educated people like Cedric, you need to go get a good education. And got my undergrad, did it in 3 years, super excited, so happy. And I was getting my master's because he was like, what are you gonna do now? It's like, I think I'm gonna just get my master's. So you can get your master's. Like, yeah, it's so excited. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get my master's. So I ended up going back, did that. Called him like, hey, I did it. I graduated, got my master's. He was like, okay. And he came down to Dallas. Like Houston, Dallas, not like a far. It's like a 4-hour trip. So he came down, but he came like literally a week before. And he was like, hey, I'm here. I'm like, where? He's like, I came to hang out with you. So like, yeah. So I came, hung out. Took him to a taco place, but it was very expensive tacos, and he was so mad. He was like, why are we spending $12 on tacos, right? We could just go to like Jack in the Box and get some dollar tacos. So I was like, no, these are really good, right? And we had a really good time, and I was talking to him, and he was just like very puzzled, just staring at me. I was like, everything okay? He was like, yeah, everything's good. And this was maybe like 2-3 days before graduation. So we just came and hang out. The next day, I get a phone call, and it was my sister, and she was actually getting married in Vegas. So she called me, and I don't know why, but I just knew something was wrong. And all I hear was just screaming. She's like, ah. So I was thinking positive, right? And my mom called me right after. And all I heard was, he's gone. And I was like, who? And she was like, your dad. He's gone. And I'm like, what do you mean? So he ended up having a heart attack when he went back home. He was definitely the glue to the family. I mean, 6 girls under one roof. It's like, and when he left, it broke my family big time. That's why I moved back. So I had really good things going on here in Dallas. So I moved back home. It don't sound bad, but kind of used this starting out as like an scapegoat. Like I wanted to just be away. So my siblings like, why are you away for so long? Like I didn't want to tell them, because there was a lot of emotions. Football taught me not to be emotional, right? Taught me not to flinch. And I was still in that mode and that mentality to where when I went home, a lot of my sisters and my siblings, like, they literally look at me like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, are you sure? Like, yeah. I didn't shed one tear. Not one. They were very they were scared for me. Like my family. Because me and my dad was so tight. Like, I'm super grateful for him. Because he showed me what it's like to be a dad. He showed me what it's like to be a friend. He showed me what it was like to put people before you. He showed me what it's like to be super selfless. He showed me what it's like to work hard. Now that I'm a dad, I'm better because of him.